Welcome back, everyone, to some Star Wars Syndicates and Secret. Last we left off, our two non-Jedi went into the battlefield and had some fun there. Ended with a grenade being tossed at one of their feet, and that's where they faded to black as we come back to our lovely Jedi as they're deciding to walk to one of the Imperial officers' tents and do something. But I actually remember this time. Let me clear destiny points so we can roll them.
I was about to ask about that because I was like, oh, this is gonna be like apparently the most I get to do.
All right, roll some destiny.
Oh, destiny. Oh, cool.
Light,
All right, too light. Yeah.
Oh, two
Yes.
more light. Wow,
That
two more light.
Damn, Jedi coming in clutch.
We're focusing on the Jedi. We get all the light side.
Yeah, for real. Oh, I can't wait for you to use them all and give me so many dark side points.
Alright, guys, don't use a
Right,
single
so we
one.
had to use them.
Yeah. I will say this, if you fail any checks, there's no excuse.
I was about to say.
Fair enough.
Oh, by the way, how are you running force powers since it's very ambiguous? Are you just gonna say, like, if we, like,
I think it'll
are you
depend
doing
on-
some kind of check for it, or are we just... What was that?
We kind of figured, for the recording, we kind of figured out how Force works.
It'll probably depend on the character you're trying to
Um,
use force power on.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, is if it's like a side, not named character, do we just succeed and only have to do checks for named dudes,
If
basically?
So, let's see, the way enemies work, I believe it's minion group, and then it's... there's something before Nemesis.
I think let me see if...
It's minion, rival, and then Nemesis.
Rival, yeah.
So, if it's a minion, it'll succeed. If it's a rival and above, I might ask for a call.
Okay.
And you may get
Cool.
strained for, using your powers against a rival.
Okay.
So, we start the session with you guys, our two Jedi, Aldous Sin and Owen, last name, ready, walking towards the officer's little tent, like back here. Take it away, Penny.
Alright, so as we're walking, I just refresh my memory. There are like soldiers around, but they're all kind of like doing stuff around the perimeter, right? Like there's not a large garrison, just gaggled.
Yes,
Sure.
they're all. You do remember because it happened just like 15 minutes ago.
They're
There
all off
was
that
a
way.
fresh batch of reinforcements. A good
Yeah,
chunk
they're
of them ran into the fight, but there is still enough men to man the base. So there's still solid 20-25 troopers walking around the base doing things.
Okay. As we walk up, I just say to Owen, "How do you want to run this guy?"
Well, we don't want to push him too hard. It could be pretty obvious if we do that. We need information and possibly transport. So
Are we playing this just... You just want to go in and just straight mess with his mind, or are we trying to just convince these things out of him?
we could probably just talk first, and if we have to, if we have to push it, we can use our mind trick if we need to.
Very well, I'll take your lead.
Okay. Taking you guys walk closer to the tent.
Yeah.
Where it is kind of open. You do see two mud troopers, as you get closer, standing guard at the entrance, though.
Mud troopers. Let's. I think I'm going to influence the mud troopers to that. We need to speak with your commander.
That's what you're walking up and doing.
Yeah, well, subtly. I'm not doing anything to commander yet, so just want to talk to him. But the troopers seem like they might give us an issue.
Okay. Let's see here. Okay, so influence is your classic Jedi mind trick.
Yeah.
Powerful Force user can influence the mind. Let's see here. Hold on. Nothing like reading a Force ability.
If I post it in chat, would that help?
No, I'm reading. Okay, so influence. Okay. So you spend a force point to do that, right? Is that what we've learned?
Do I have
No.
to roll a force?
Oh yeah. You roll the force. You roll the force point, and if it's a light side, it just happens. If it's a dark side die, you can allow it to happen, but you take strain and a hit to morality if you're using the morality. That's up to you, though.
Alright, so roll your force die.
What the heck?
So you got 2 light sides.
Okay.
Is
That's
what that
good.
means.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know what all those extra die are.
All of that stuff is going to roll no matter what.
Okay,
But I
well,
cannot stop that from rolling.
we got the light side anyway.
So you do have 2 light side, so you're able to.
Yeah, so with the two circles, you could use the basic power, and if you had added active powers within that power, you could add one of those buffs, like you could influence more people, or you could make the influence stronger on a singular
Right.
person.
So if
you
I were to
could-
use that roll on the commander, I could make it stronger if I needed to.
So you,
Yes, if you own those.
Yeah. So light side may be used to generate positive emotions such as peace, tranquility, and friendliness.
Yeah, that's what I'm going for.
Okay. So you walk up, you do your Jedi mind trick. The mud troopers kind of lower their guard a little bit. They seem a bit more relaxed. They still seem, they're guarding the place.
Right. They're vigilant still.
Yeah, they're still vigilant. And maybe with a bit more friendlier tone than usual, they will still ask you, we can't just let you in, what business do you have with insert unnamed officer here?
Need information and maybe transport across the planet.
They kind
Seeing
of
as it's a war zone.
they both look at each other, and one of them says, one of them kind of gives you the nod to go in, and you'd be able to see the officer kind of hunched over what looks to be a war table, and you hear another one kind of make a remark like, good luck getting anywhere except another base.
Alright,
Who else is in this tent with him?
So it's 2 mud troopers in front, 2 mud troopers on the other entrance of the tent, and it's currently just him over a war table.
It's just the guards on the entrances and him.
Yeah. But it's also, one of those, as you see on the image, it's one of those open tents, so there are still troopers around. It is an open,
Right, they could see,
All four-
but they're
all four
probably
sides
not
are
just
open.
going to be able to
Yeah.
hear
Okay.
everything. That's my understanding of it. They'd probably be able to see in, but not really hear everything, unless it's over comms.
Yeah, probably.
But you are let in.
Alright.
What do you do? You guys just walk in, and he posed there silently staring at him. And he looks at you. He looks at you, horrified. Oh
Looks
my
at
god!
us and just has a stroke and dies.
Legs,
Who are these
legs-
freaks?
tucked in together, pretending you're airplanes. Meow, meow.
Oh my
I
God.
turn into I see a cup in the corner and I turn into that and run away.
Freaks! Get them!
I clear my throat as we walk up to him.
Okay, you clear your throat. He looks at you, looks at Owen, and says, where are your friends? I thought all of you were going into that battlefield out there.
They went in. I hope to get some information from you. About the planet and
And the location of the leader of these rebels that you are currently suffering greatly at the hands of.
Persuasion's a thing, right?
yes.
Yeah, persuasion.
You want both of us to roll it, or
No, just all this.
Where the hell is it?
It's not persuasion.
It's coercion,
it's,
right? What is it?
coercion, or
It's the other one. Because coercion's intimidation, isn't it?
There.
you could do
I need to zoom this in.
Negotiation? There's coercion
Negotiation.
and negotiation are the only two.
Yeah,
that
do
really-
negotiation.
Negotiation?
Yeah.
Are you sure? I'd really rather do coercion.
Alright, then do coercion.
hey,
Okay. So we ignore those light side points, by the way. Those will always roll.
yeah.
Yeah.
Success with 4 threat.
No.
Hey, what a coincidence. There's 4 guards.
Yeah, what a coincidence. They all turn around and focus fire.
Jazz music stops.
One of the guards out of the corner of his eye sees a what is that? What is that oddly cylindrical silver object hanging off this guy's belt?
No. That's hidden.
And mine's not just hanging either. It's more like a piece of equipment. Just
Yeah,
on
mine's like on the small of the back beneath my clothes. Like
Mine's
beneath
behind
my
my
like
cloak.
outer.
Only
cloak.
Jedi wear robes.
I'm not wearing a robe. I have a cloak on my armor. Do you see my picture?
The other one,
It's a tunic. It's a tunic.
it's a tunic. I swear,
trust
Please, I swear.
Never
Never
you know
trust
what?
a man in a tunic.
You know
So they're
you know-
questioning all this,
You know
not me.
who wears tunics? Monks. You know who are monks? Jedi.
Jedi.
Yeah.
You know who uses proper grammar?
Meanwhile, there's me,
Nazis?
my bounty hunter.
Ooh.
Who's the one you're questioning? The
All
guy
right.
in the robe.
So, okay, so with the success, he does tell you, he points to a location on the map. You can see, it is quite some distance from the base where you guys currently are. But he points to what looks to be like a little mountainous cave-like area, and he says, we seem to believe that we have whatever leader of theirs may be holed up in this cave. We've been trying to fight our way there, but no avail.
Is there any way you can get us closer, perhaps? Help you with your problem.
Oh, not directly through the battlefield. No, you
don't have a
take
base
your own
that's
risk.
close?
We do. And well, I gotta pull up my notes. This is in my notes. Oh no, where are my notes?
Oh, notes.
Oh, notes indeed.
You beat me by 1 second.
I'll go ahead and take 2 strain for that pun. I'm sorry.
You know what? I like that idea. Yeah, take some strain.
Yeah, somewhere some father just like clutched his heart.
Disturbance in the force. As there's many voices cried out and were suddenly silenced.
Obi-Wan on Tatooine right now is clutching his chest, dying of a heart attack.
Yeah. Obi-Wan just like grew his
You
gray
just
hair.
killed Obi-Wan. How does it feel?
You know what?
Very easy.
Not my fault. I could do something better.
Does that
than,
mean this is the Star
Shoku.
Killer universe?
Ooh.
Oh, you were giving me dangerous ideas.
No, we're not. They're very intentional.
He would point to another base, which is labeled Forward Operating Base Alpha, which does seem to be the closest to this cave. Not by a lot. It's still very far away. You're still going to have to
It's
trudge
closer than
through
where
the
we're at.
battlefield, but it's closer than where you're at, yes. And then he looks at you guys, kind of looks up from the map and says, I was actually just sent down here from there. That's where you find some of the more higher-ups, some of the more in charge of this war.
I'll butt in. We'd prefer to cut through some of the red tape of this conflict and just go deal with these rebels directly. Is there any way you can give us a well-armored transport to get there, bypassing the other bases?
Give me... Okay, I'm gonna...
Chime in with, I mean, this would help you take care of your problem, and we can help you do that.
Okay, I'm gonna give you a blue die on my end. However, this time I am gonna ask for a negotiation.
Do you want us both to roll it?
Well,
or-
I'm giving him a blue die from you, aiding in the conversation. And you
Okay.
have 6
Use a
light side
destiny
points.
point.
I was gonna say,
Yeah, I'm
you
gonna go
have-
ahead and use a
you
destiny
have
point.
6, so
May as well.
Yeah.
Feel free to flip it. Okay, that gives you another
Yeah,
blue
I'm gonna
die.
go ahead and flip that.
Flip.
Nice. More threat, but you
It's
succeed.
okay, guys. Only 7 threat. We're looking
Yeah.
good.
Okay.
Unless the threat is just us crossing the battlefield.
I like how those blue die did nothing.
True.
They rolled blank.
They did. That's really funny. He hears your question, and you see him. This guy's fancy. He has one of the ear communicators. And you
Ooh.
see him kind of put his finger up 1 second, kind of giving you, I have to take this call. And he presses it, and you see him nodding his head. And he looks back at you guys after answering a question. He looks away. He says, understood. And he looks back at you guys and says, well, you may be in luck. We actually have one of our, what are they called?
ATSTs?
No, the other ones, the special ones.
Online
I liked it.
transport. AT-AT?
No.
ATTP?
ATT?
ATTP.
Yeah, those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He says we have an ATTP on the way to aid us. I could get you aboard that. I can't guarantee your safety, and you will have some company, but I can do what I can to get you aboard that, and maybe it could make you as
Oh.
far as you can go.
How much company? We have 2 more in our party.
The two that went to the battlefield you mentioned earlier.
Good luck scraping their bodies off the mud. From
Something
sure
tells
they're
me they'll
fine.
be alright.
from what I was told, 2 or 3 troops, plus the pilot, the driver.
Fair enough, plenty of room. Alright. This was... Yeah, go ahead.
I want to use Ward's foresight just to get an insight of what he might do after we leave.
Alright, what does that do?
I'll put it in chat, hang on.
Ward foresight.
Does stuff.
Roll
Here.
carefully, his life
Does
depends
that.
on it.
It just tells me what he might do in the future. The near future.
The user may spend a light dark side point to gain hints about what another individual within short range is likely to do in the near future. Okay, that's fun. Hold on a second.
Just for everyone's awareness, in my reading of force abilities, everyone seemed to be universally agreeing on games are much more fun if you constantly swap between the points and use them and keep passing them around, you know? Just so everyone has that in
What
mind.
points?
The Destiny.
Like your destiny points.
Oh, okay.
They said games tend to get stagnant if one side kind of just hangs on to them.
Thanks, Dad.
There's gonna come a session where
No problem,
I get
son.
nothing but dark side points. I'm just gonna hold them over your head until the very final encounter. I'm gonna be like, I'm spending every single one of them.
Why won't he just let us die?
You're gonna encounter like Darth Vader, and I'm gonna have nothing but.
No,
8
Vader's
destiny
gonna send
points.
Star Killer after us.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a star killer boss fight inside a Sarlacc.
All right, give me a.
Which is
Let's
interesting.
see.
What, perception?
Give me a cool. Hold on
Cool.
a second. Let me set it though. Just give me
Combat.
give me a.
I wasn't supposed to roll anything in the dice pool up top, right?
You haven't used Force Power
No,
yet.
Yeah.
Okay.
Give me a cool, simple cool.
Triumph.
Nice.
So
I need to look at what I do with that. Hang on.
you didn't get a triumph.
Well, what
You
is
got
that?
success and
You got
advantage.
advantage.
Advantage. Well, I'm still gonna look at it. Anyway,
So-
go ahead. Say what you're going to. I'm just reading.
So you do successfully see what he's going to do. You kind of peer into the near future, and you kind of just see him staring at the map.
Okay.
Like, normal general things, man. He's just staring at that map.
Really, what I was checking for was if after we left, he would like radio in something.
You peer into the future and you see him looking at a goat.
You peer into the
Looking at a
future, and you see him gathering a newspaper, sitting down, pulling off his armor.
I'll add a blue to the next allied check.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Star Wars. You know what this is? Guys, this isn't Star Wars anymore. This is Spaceballs.
Hey,
Anyway.
I'm just saying,
Close.
okay?
He closes the book. Yeah, like that's ever gonna happen.
If Andor can show toilet scenes, we can too, okay?
I haven't watched it yet.
Nope, spoilers. You see a
there's
toilet.
toilet scenes.
How dare you spoil that to me and everyone else who hasn't watched it yet? Now
And
you
a
know
hygienic
they're
scene
toilets.
too.
Unbelievable.
There's a shower.
Actually, I
Yeah.
believe they're called refreshers in Star Wars.
Your characters all die.
They also said a dirty word, a wordy dirt.
They said, "Whoa."
They said
Whoa.
shit,
I'm offended.
like a 12-year-old boy.
I'm offended. You know what? Star Wars isn't what it used to be.
Alright,
Mr.
moving
Far
on.
left.
So, we've gained some information.
Yes.
Thanks, Obama.
We have transport coming.
Thanks,
and
Palpatine.
dude's clueless. So
Palpatine.
I'm glad you heard that. Thank
okay,
you.
so I'll
Yeah.
turn around, walk out,
Mhm.
and
behind
how
you.
close are we to the battlefield? Because need to collect our companions.
Yeah, so from you
That's
to the
south
edge of the
just, yeah.
battlefield, maybe 25 feet away, from where they are in the battlefield, you ain't got no clue.
From this tent to the battlefield is not that far.
No.
After that,
Can I
we have
try
find
to
them.
see them?
Ooh, I could use sense.
Sure, give me... Okay.
Aww.
Give me a vision check.
You're gonna give me a
I mean, to
perception
be-
check.
I
To be
could-
fair, I am
Nice
running
bounties.
after Drek.
I could
wait,
use
hold on.
that.
Name.
Well, it's within short range, and you...
Once we get
Yeah.
to the edge of the battlefield, anyway.
Alright, so hold on. You're gonna reroll that perception.
Aww.
Yeah, sorry to break it to you.
I didn't add the
No, I like
to it.
those.
But
Oh, look, I
think
rerolled
we-
it. And Owen shared his thingy again. Damn, crazy.
Crazy.
Whenever you're ready.
Oh,
Oh,
just
for
threat.
fuck's sake.
So it's not really excess, just threat.
Yeah, just some more threat, which,
You guys are assholes. I'm just looking around. They're like, fuck's up, dude.
here's the threat. You're looking around, and you're so busy trying to see through all the rain and explosions that you kind of get accidentally shoulder checked by a stormtrooper, or by a mud trooper, and you kind of tumble a bit and fall into the mud and have to catch yourself, so you'll take a strain.
Bruh.
I'm gonna lay down and help you up.
Strain. Okay.
Is this how I go? Shoulder checked by a mud trooper?
Yeah, I'm falling freeze frame. Okay, so I don't see these. I don't see them.
You do not.
Okay, well, with his help, I'll get up and dust myself off, and I'll say, what a bantha herder. And I will try to look for them again, I guess.
We could get to the edge of the battlefield and I can try to sense them.
We're still walking as I'm doing this,
Yeah.
was my thought. So
Yeah.
should I just roll again?
Well, as you guys are walking ever closer, you hear like a Tyrannosaurus Rex. You can feel the ground shaking as it approaches you, stomp by stomp, and you see this walker approaching, and you see as it approaches, popping out from the top of it, you see this rather bulky and large-looking stormtrooper. Unlike the mud troopers you've seen, he has white armor on, and looks very different than any stormtroopers you might have seen before. The armor looks custom fit, and he kind of pops out, leans over, peers directly down at you two, and says, "You the ones we're here to pick up? You don't look like no mud troopers."
Us and two more out on the battlefield.
Is it 2 or 3? It's 3, right? Oh, no, that's fine. Never mind. I'm dumb. Morwena, are you here?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Hate
Your
that
little
apparently.
character thing was doing a spin beach ball of death, so I thought you got DC'd.
Yeah, for a second I accidentally, exited out of
Oh.
browser, but
Okay.
But yeah, this large actual stormtrooper-looking dude shouts down to you.
But I'll look back and I'll shout, "Us and 2 others. We don't need to look like stormtroopers for where we're going."
It'll actually help us if we don't look like troopers.
Well, climb aboard. We're going in. We got the word over the comms. Hop up.
Alright.
Alright. Just crawl up a little rope, I guess.
Yeah, crawl up because I'm not going to casually just force jump up there.
You sure?
Yeah, I'm good.
You
Don't
sure?
worry,
Yeah,
I did my leg workout today. I feel a little springy.
I
did
would,
my
but I
step
don't
one day,
own
I'm
that
good.
ability yet somehow.
So, as you
Jedi
guys,
Knight, by the way.
as you guys
I don't
climb
own
aboard,
that.
you see a simple mud trooper in the front, driving the thing, and in like the little canopy seat area, you see a rather large, as I said, stormtrooper-looking figure, custom-fit armor. Probably a good, like, this is a bodybuilder underneath this armor, bigger than Drek for sure. And you can see what looks to be a bazooka on his back.
Why do I feel like I know where this is going?
Next to them, you see a simple figure, normal stormtrooper armor. This figure seems rather quiet. They're sitting on the opposite side of the big guy. They have this cloak on and a rifle of some sort stringed across their back.
Yeah, I know where this is going.
A question about our little world, real quick, and the timelines. Are we far enough ahead that Owen and I would know what Inquisitors are? It's kind of unrelated, but it's like.
I mean, through my bounty hunter work,
I would
don't
say.
know what Pi would
Let's
say.
see. I would say. You guys have definitely been hiding long enough to have heard the stories of. Because this is, a couple years after Kenobi. So you would have definitely
Yeah.
heard of Inquisitors
Okay.
hunting down, rogue Jedi. But next to the big guy, the third member, again, custom fit trooper armor, you see tubes kind of coming out of some bits on his armor that then slink into a weapon he has in his hands, and this little pack on his back. He seems to be decked out with a flamethrower of some kind. You see explosive charges on his belt, and they're all kind of just sitting there. And the big guy with bravado and just excitement compared to the others, he kind of grabs you by the shoulder. Let's see. Both of you roll me. Oh, this is gonna be fun. Whoever fails this, whoever gets the lower roll is gonna be the one who it happens to.
Oh God.
Let's see. Let me look at abilities real quick.
What, athletics?
Hold on. Yeah, both of you guys roll me athletics.
Aw.
Oh no.
So he grabs you on the shoulder. All this, and the big guy, as I said, very excited, goes, and he dwarfs you. By the way, he's a big guy. So you're like, his hand is on your shoulder, and you're like, ow, ow, stop it, ow.
5'11". How tall is this guy?
He's a big man. Literally big man. Maybe not dwarfs you in height, but dwarfs you in size. You know what I mean? And he grabs you by the shoulder, and underneath his helmet he goes, "Welcome to Scar Squadron. I'm Zook. That's Scrap. This is Misty." Shrap.
I'll hold out my hand for an appropriate greeting, I guess. I don't know really what they'd call it in that universe. And I'll just say Alec.
Well, it's good to meet you, Alec. We're gonna be escorting you through this here war zone. Don't mind the other two, they're not as talkative.
Fair enough. Did they tell you about our two compatriots that are fighting down there?
If they're still alive, we'll find them. Misty's got the best side in our group. And he kind of does, the little twirl symbol to the driver, and he goes, "Take us in." And the walker boots up and begins stomping one by one into the battlefield as shots kind of ring off its armor every now and then. And as they're walking, Zook pipes up and says, "So, what brings you to Mimban?"
War.
Supplies to you guys. Unfortunately, yeah, war brought us here.
Yeah, that figures. Well, make sure to enjoy your time. Could always have a little fun in a war.
What do you mean?
He stands up and kind of throws his arms out. Look at what I mean. You don't find fun in this? And he kind of shoulders Shrap right next to him, who kind of underneath the helmet. You know, he's throwing him like a, no, leave me out of this, man.
You can tell he's rolling his eyes.
Yeah. And he takes up. You see him unstrap this bazooka. He kind of puts up a foot on the edge of the walker and just fires off a shot into the nearby broken forests. Very, very Rambo, but not Rambo.
You put an image in chat for what we're looking at, I guess.
Yeah, put an image down there in our Discord, so everyone can see the big man. Yeah, so you got the big man back there.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah. You got the big boy, you have the one in the hood, and I think the one in the far back, who looks like
The
they
far
have...
left.
Yeah. See what I mean by big boy?
He's huge.
Yeah.
Well, as he does that, I see, yes, I can see how prolonged time here would shift our expectations of humor and enjoyment.
War never changes.
The narrator does.
Narrator does.
That's like rubbing salt, man. Like, sad.
Okay, well, I will find my way to an empty seat. Kind of just strap in, as I don't believe I'm needed to pilot or shoot things.
Is there anyone else in, like, up there with the pilot, or is it just him co-pilot seat?
It's like, I'm trying to picture these walkers without looking them up, but I'm pretty sure they're single seat and then like open space that leads into the
like one could go up and like lean behind him and ask something.
Yeah. Yes.
As we get further out, I'm just gonna lean down towards him. Have you seen our allies yet? Because he should be able to see more than anyone.
Nothing yet, but I'll turn on the floodlights. And he clicks a button, flicks it up, and you see these bright beams start flashing through. And let's see. I would like Drek
Okay.
to give me, as you're kind of slowly coming to from being just blasted off your ass.
I'll be right back.
Give me a perception check, please.
Alright. Ready when you are?
I'm ready.
Ooh, nope, failure.
I forget,
two advantage.
you don't have anything that lets you see through, right? Well, you have something, don't you?
I have. Yeah, let me see what it is. It's.
I don't mind. I don't mind doing this.
No, so it's brace.
Oh.
It'll. I can perform a brace maneuver to remove one black die per rank, and there's no black die on that check anyway. So yeah, no, I don't have anything to allow for that.
I'll also allow. You know what, Morwenna, you can also give me the same perception.
I get a +1 boost from my tendrils.
All right, here's a blue die added.
1 second here. I need to pull up a sheet.
Oh,
real quick
no.
here.
Oh, hold on.
I would like to use my 2 advantages to give an ally a blue check as well.
Okay, and I think I know Owen gave a blue check to someone, so I'll let you actually reroll again, Drek, with a blue die.
That'd be...
Yeah.
Okay.
Blue die, and then you said you gave yours? Yeah.
Well, this is going to be a whole new roll. Yeah.
And I'll go ahead and I'll flip a light side point
Alright,
as well.
here's another blue die for you.
Alright, ready?
when you are, sir.
Wow.
Nothing.
So nothing.
So,
I am just neutral.
And now I'll let Morwenna do a perception. Hold on a second. Let me set it up. Okay, it's ready for you.
What's a threat?
Okay, so Drek, you come to your vision's still very blurry. You know, you just got knocked off your ass, and you're covered in mud. And this is like Saving Private Ryan on Omaha Beach, man. You're looking around. You're seeing soldiers with their limbs missing. You're seeing helmets going flying. You're like, where's Alan? I need to find Alan. He was my friend. He fought with me. You're in that state. You know, you're shell shocked right now. Morwenna, you're kind of sitting there, maybe at the edge of one of the trenches, and you see Drek a distance away, shaking this off, waking up, stumbling back and forth. And you see, maybe 30 feet away, these floodlights just turn on and start scanning the battlefield as this large walker begins making its way through the fight. And you do eventually, Drek, you feel some hands on your shoulders, and you see a mud trooper kind of shouting you back into existence. We need to move! And he grabs you and does his best to run you into a nearby trench.
If we get close enough to them, and like after we spot them, I'm gonna lean out.
All right, we're
not there yet.
Yeah, we're going into the trenches now. What Morwenna, you spy this soldier run up to Drek and kind of grab him by the shoulders.
Right. So Morwenna doesn't necessarily know that the walker is filled with friendlies currently.
Mm-hmm.
But she would like to steal it. So she is going
this is gonna be hilarious.
Here we go.
So she is going to try to like get to Drax and actually like orient Drax towards the machine, and also is going to be like telling Drax, hey man, like we probably shouldn't like split up from the group, like dude, they're like fucking paychecks, come on man, like let's go.
So yeah, that happens. You know, Drek, you're brought into a trench. Eventually, you do see a familiar face, the tentacle head of Morwenna, walk up to you and start telling you all of this. And
how far is short range?
So short range, in terms of Dungeons and Dragons, which we're all familiar with, short range I believe would be like 15 feet away.
How close are we to them?
You're about 25.
Okay. Just checking.
Yeah, so, Morwenna's telling you all this, Drek. The mud trooper next to you shouts, paycheck? What do you mean, paycheck? Whatever, I gotta get back out there! And he runs up the trench and gets back into the fighting as Morwenna is just crouched over you, Drek. You're kind of, laying against a mud wall.
Well, where are the others? I thought they were joining us in the fight.
We might have gotten separated, big guy. But if we can get to that big walker over there, I'm sure we would have a better eye on the situation.
Drek is having an absolute aneurysm thinking about how his life debts left him.
Yeah, I am not pleased right now. Do you know how hard it is to pay off a life debt when you don't know who to pay it off to?
And now, Drek, as you're kind of coming to, you do hear the, Tyrannosaurus Rex stomp, the boof of an approaching walker.
You want to get up there?
Do I ever? The biggest smirk.
Drek just stands up in the trench and just starts waving it down. He is not a smart man. He has been told that someone wants to get up there.
So,
okay.
As is Drex waving, I'm gonna lean toward the pilot again now that the floodlights are on. Have you seen anything? I haven't yet.
As you say that, the pilot sees this very not Imperial, very not human mud trooper.
Yes, I still have a mud trooper
You still
helmet
have the helmet.
awkwardly shoved onto my head. It does not fit at all. It's like I'm wearing someone's head on top of my own.
This trooper who he has an open face helmet, by the way. You can see his face. You see for a split second he has the most bewildered look on his face, and it's like, and you even without your force
just
powers,
know.
even
I
without
just
your
look at
force
him. Yeah,
powers,
that's him.
well, even without your force powers, you can read his mind, and you can think to himself. You can hear him thinking, "When did we start hiring aliens?" And he kind of points a ways in the distance to one of the edge trenches, and he says, "Is that one of yours?" And he
That's one.
and he looks back and says, you see him look at the stormtrooper with the cloak on, and he says, "Sir, can you get a better look? Just see what we're dealing with." And you see the big guy kind of shouts up and says, "Come on, Misty, do it. Get some fun." And they pull their rifle off their back. They kind of lean off the sides through the scope, and they kind of scan the area, and they sigh, and they just nod back towards the driver, and the driver says, "All right, well, we're gonna start approaching. That's dangerous area they're in." And he kind of looks back to you, Owen, and looks back at you, Aldous, and the other troopers in the little area on the seats, and says, "Well, get ready, everyone. We're going forward." And back on the ground, Drek, you do see the floodlights just zone in on where you're waving, and the walker begins boof, boof, boof,
Right
ever
towards
closer.
you.
You are
Okay.
being approached by Mama Tyrannosaurus.
Alright, they're coming. Now what do you need?
She's looking at this walker now walking towards them like, I didn't think that would work. She looks at him like the Da Vinci of his species. Like, how? Okay, we just need to get inside now.
So, as we get close enough to them, I'm gonna lean out and it's like, "Come on up, we're leaving."
Yeah, so as it gets closer, you guys see a familiar face through the rain. You see Owen shout that out, and at the top of your trench, you see a ladder get thrown off the side of the walker.
Oh, look, they already captured it.
Wow, they're efficient. They just have to work.
He would make sure that his definitely weaker looker friend made it on before he did.
Okay.
Oh,
As they're coming up, I get up from my chair and begin helping Morena and Drek in. And as I pull Drek in, they're like, "Come on in. We're going to. We're on a mission with our new friends here."
And as you guys get in, you see those faces. You see this large, brooding, towering figure. You see the quiet, cloaked stormtrooper, and a figure who is decked out in as much explosives as you could dream of, Drek.
You see Drek's eyes light up like it's fucking Christmas. Like he's immediately, yes, exactly. It is, Hans Gruber looking at all he money in the vault.
Everything just goes slow-mo as he's just admiring everything.
Yeah, and he just walks up to the big guy with the rocket launcher and like ignores him entirely and just like starts almost petting the rocket launcher. Like he's just so excited about seeing a big gun because that is his dream.
That's
Morwin
hilarious.
automatically realizing that the moment that Drix goes to kill him, the pilot becomes fair game.
Okay. You know what? This is funny, and I'm making this happen in my game. Fuck the canon, because I don't even know the canon. So how can I say, you know, how can I follow canon if I don't even know the canon?
That's
Hey,
true.
this is our own universe, Pi.
That's why you have to aim the cannon.
We make
Ooh.
the canon.
We do make the canon.
And with that being said, Drek would like the cannon, please. Por favor.
As you're patting the rocket launcher, Zook looks at you and kind of takes it off of his, shoulders and is holding it in his own hands. And he goes, "Me too, big guy, me too. She's my prized possession. Named her after one of the most beautiful women in this world. My Amidala."
My eyes under my helmet are just like almost wide, knowing who that is.
She is very beautiful.
Oh,
Can you
God.
fire her, please?
As the walker takes up and begins walking again, if you could see under his helmet, he would have just nothing but a smile on his face, like grinning widely, like wide eyes, and he goes, "Oh, gladly, my friend." And you all see him kind of sit up, leg up on one of the edges of the walker, lets it loose, and you see just in the distance nothing, just like a large explosion of mud. And as you're kind of peering off the edge, Drek, it's hard to see, but the explosion lights up enough that you do see a group of like 4 or 5 rebels just absolutely flying through the air. And a part of you is like, man, I feel bad because we're kind of here to help them, but the other part is big explosion.
The majority is just big explosion.
Yeah, you hear the scream of the rocket go off, but for some reason the sound doesn't die off because Drek is basically like screaming to match it as it goes flying off in the distance, like replacing the sound of the rocket with his own like war roar.
This is, you know what? I know they've used, or Lucas has used this reference before for the rebels and everything, but Mimban itself really is like space Vietnam.
Yeah, I see that.
Yeah.
You guys, you're fighting people in the trees, in the mud. Guerrilla warfare. But you guys continue, the walker keeps on moving step by step.
By the end of this, we're just like the best of friends with this squad.
So as we're going, Merwino the entire time would be like eyeing the cockpit and watching how like the dude's operating like this lovely piece of machinery.
How close are you to the pilot?
Okay, hold on. I'm gonna try and draw a map. Alright, so this is the back seat. So this is you guys. So these are the troops here. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. That's you guys. Pilot area.
Mm-hmm.
That's essentially what it looks like.
So, where are you standing, Morwina?
Over here. Like
Over here?
by the archway, like hanging onto the arch.
Oh,
So she
hold on.
doesn't just like
There you
fall
go.
or whatever, but like yeah, she's like totally just like eyeing the cockpit.
I'm just gonna approach and tell you to go watch closer.
Give me a Give me a piloting planetary.
Me?
Yes.
Okay. Planetary. Okay,
See if
so-
you're understanding and
Mhm.
following
Exactly.
what he's doing.
Exactly.
There you go.
Yes, you are able to stand there and follow along what he's doing. You see him pushing a few buttons on the. You see him push a few like blinking red buttons to, you know, change like the speed and make sure the walker itself doesn't topple along the mud. It does have like a central controller at the front with two like joysticks essentially for him to push forward to walk. There is a little button at the top that he flicks off to turn off the floodlights. You are able to follow along and learn how to pilot this walker.
Awesome.
And as you guys racked up a lot of threat, and I've barely used any of it.
One of the rebels lets off a rocket.
Well, I was gonna say, like, we're in space Vietnam. There's like threat going on like all
Yeah.
around us.
The whole war zone is threat.
I was gonna say,
I was gonna say, yeah, we had like 10 thread or something like that.
you do.
Easily
The
10.
problem is, if I use up all the threat now, I'm gonna be like, and that's where we cliffhanger, because I didn't make any stat blocks. Because
It's okay.
Because
So you're gonna use like half of it.
I didn't make the stat blocks for Zook, Shrap, or Misty, and they have insane stat blocks.
Hey, good thing there are allies.
For now.
For now,
Hey,
For
good for now.
now.
I want that rocket launcher.
As long as we're all clear and understand that by the end of this arc, you're going to be fighting each member of Scar Squadron. As if that wasn't already clear.
Yeah. What? Just a shame we're gonna have to kill our new best friends.
And that's like 8 people.
Oh, come on, we could take them.
But you guys, I mean, any more interaction in the ship? You before I possibly cliffhanger?
Who's? I guess seeing the big guy's the most talkative. How long have you guys been on planet?
He kind of looks at the others. He kind of shoulders Misty and goes, "Oh, when we get here? Month or 2 back?" Misty kind of looks at him, and looks back, looks away, and goes, and the big guy goes, "Yeah, I think that's about right. Month or 2 back. Initially, we were just sent here to aid the boys and quell the rebels, but
Special
and,
assignment for us, huh?
and he kind of begins talking. I'm not going to be able to do this in voice because I'm just going to talk normally. But he goes, but then we got a call, something about a Jedi around. We actually found one, and you see the one decked out in explosives kind of punches him in the leg and is like,
Tell them to shut up.
"I don't know these guys." And he goes, "Oh, okay, yeah, my bad." And he kind of just crosses his arms and sits back.
It's all right. Your commander back at or one of the commanders back at the base told us you guys pick us up. We're actually going to help you guys out.
Oh, well, that's good. You guys seem fresh. When'd you get here? And he kind of shouts that to the entirety of the group.
Is anyone gonna stop Drek from talking?
Wait, say that again? You cut out for a second.
He shouted out, "You guys look fresh. When did you get
How
here?"
long
And
have
he's
we
shouting
been
that
here?
to the entire group.
I'll pipe up. Last night,
We brought
I
you
guess I
some
was-
supplies.
What does Drek do? Because no one's stopping you. They just talk before you.
What if someone else would have responded? He would have said that they came in earlier today, but he's still just admiring the rocket launcher right now. Rex in love.
It's like I said earlier, we brought you guys supplies, so pretty recent.
Oh, that fresh, huh? Well, as I said to you two, and he looks at Aldous and Owen, and he says, and then he looks at Drek and Morwen and says, well, enjoy your stay, make the most of it while you can. You might be dug in here longer than we have.
Anything could happen at any time. Or when I was staring at these controls like they were like a future lover.
So the only ones that aren't staring at something with like loving attention is the two Jedi.
Yeah.
You mean the ones who have given up all attachments? Yes.
True. The freaking pilot feels this burning sensation on the back of his neck. What is that? What is that?
It's like Morwenna's hot breath.
Fanning. Like, oh.
Let's just say the pilot. Don't mind her. She likes to
So I
learn all the
only one
piloting.
way out.
You pilot here often?
You know, actually, I do. I take vacations here in Mimban. You know, this is my side job.
I've actually got a vacation now.
I'm actually a bartender back on Coruscant. But I was like, you know, maybe a few more credits. You know, it doesn't hurt anyone. You know how it is. You get conscripted.
You haven't lived until you quelled a rebellion or two.
Yeah. You know, I actually I take my family on rides in this walker. You know, it's the family walker.
Don't
I'll
tell me
pipe
their
up.
names.
You must have done a. I'll pipe up. You must have done a great many feats in battle to earn leadership of the squad.
Were you saying that too?
Main dude that we've been talking to the entire time.
Oh, the big guy?
Yeah, big motherfucker.
Big motherfucker. And yeah, Drek, because you've been staring at the rocket launcher for so long, if you were to stare at anything else, you would notice that this dude's like twice your size. He's
Size
a big
means nothing.
Drake doesn't care. He just wants. He just looks
yeah.
at the weapon.
As
It's
you
not
asked,
the size of the nails, the hammer you're swinging.
and he has some big goddamn hammers. I mean, it's true. You saw the picture.
I saw no such thing.
I beg your pardon.
We're talking about different hammers. He pipes up and kind of like the flattered, like, oh, I appreciate that. He goes, no, I'm not the commander of this group. That'd be our sergeant. He's back at the main base. We got sent here, one, to help out the boys, but we were told there were some off-worlders that we had to escort, and, well, that's clearly you.
Why didn't the rest of your group come with you?
They're busy somewhere else on the planet. And there is a planet-wide war, after all.
Mumbling to Aldous, just like probably looking for their missing Jedi.
Of course.
Does Drek know anything about this group?
Does Drek know anything about anything?
That is a very fair point.
That's
valid.
What
But
you
you
have
wouldn't
to
know
ask
anything
yourself.
about that.
That's what you have to ask yourself.
No, he
Drek,
has a point.
know anything
Look
about it.
inward.
No, he's got a point.
Drek didn't know what credits were up until, like, 24 hours ago. No.
That's not true. Drek knew exactly how much he was worth.
That's true. Let's see.
I'm sure that was talked about a lot. So yeah.
Let me look at skills.
Let's see here.
There's also the knowledge skills down at the bottom.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because to be fair, you probably would have learned something. After all, you are traveling with a Clone Wars era Jedi. Let's...
2.
Yeah, but he doesn't know you as well.
Yeah. No, but he does know the 1.
He doesn't even go here.
Give me... Oh, this is gonna be funny. Give me a... Let's say... Ooh. You know what? Because this feels appropriate. I'm sure this skill's not meant to be used this way at all. But give me a warfare roll.
Alright.
You. Just him?
Yeah.
I don't even see warfare.
It's
at the
very
bottom.
bottom.
All
It's
the
the very
way at
last
the bottom.
Alright, I'm ready when you are.
I am ready.
Hey.
Hey!
Okay. So...
He was suspiciously correct.
I'll also allow... I'm gonna say not Morwenna because Morwenna's so fascinated with the controls, but I will allow the Jedi to make warfare checks if they wish as well.
Then.
Owen, fuck.
God! Oh, Owen! Owen!
Okay.
Owen, why?
Baby girl, what is you doing?
Okay. Wow. So, Drek, you have your fair share of Clone Wars weaponry. You, well, you fought. You know, you fought alongside people. You know you have your fair share of weapons, and just through your knowledge of battle, you have definitely. Because as long as you get one success, you always succeed in what you're doing, but I'm going to play this in you know what you know, but you don't know everything. You know what I mean? So
yeah, no, 100%. I get it.
So, you know, you've absolutely heard stories of, like, an undercover, secretive Imperial task force, and you've heard the stories of them hunting down and being used to take out big-time, you know, names and even possibly Jedi before, but you don't know, you know of them, but you don't know of them. So this is the first time, like, if you piece together the parts, it slowly comes to you that, oh shit, I might just be sitting in front of some of these people. You know what I mean?
Gotcha. Yep.
Does that make sense? I said that in a really weird
No.
way.
Nope,
Oh
nope,
man,
nope.
I feel like the roles don't reflect the knowledge that we should know. Oh crap.
It
But
makes
as-
perfect sense.
As
In my
you're-
defense, I didn't do a lot of fighting with the clones.
Yeah. As you're slowly piecing that together, Drek, and you get that light bulb of, oh shit,
Oh no, yeah, you're right. That makes sense. My master was
you hear
not with the clones.
you hear a sound, Drek, that you heard mere moments ago. Except it's not coming out of your friend's rocket launcher. You hear the whistle of a rocket. And you hear the shouting of the driver of this walker shouting, "Brace!" And
The second I hear that, I throw myself onto Alec.
God.
okay, so you.
One second.
What's happening?
I'm bracing myself on this side because being previous war experience.
Well, what's?
Oh, there's not a check for that. Never mind.
Okay.
I was gonna do a funny like Constitution check like in D&D to see how much damage I took from the immense weight, but I don't know what the equivalent
You know
is.
what?
So
I'll just say, take 2 stress.
to stress. Okay,
2
I'm
strain,
very stressed now.
2 strain. You just had a big
Damn
boy
it.
land on you. But you guys suddenly feel your walker get rocked as this rocket slams into one of the legs, and you see these troopers grabbing the edge as the walker begins quickly tilting and goes slamming into the mud-filled wasteland of this battlefield. And that's where we will fade to black so I can make stat blocks for our next session.
Yay!
We got the group back
Yay.
together. To be fair, I did let you guys know this would be a rather short session to get the group together
Yeah.
and do the Jedi stuff.
No.
but this is going to be the first time I actually remember to put it in the recording. You guys will get 25 experience points.
Fuck you.
Despite the threat, things have went well.
And now you have to deal with a collapsed walker.
Yeah, well,
Yay!
Oh, that's okay. Are we? Yeah.
we do have
Out of
troopers
character. The
now.
second we see like rebels in the hills or something, these guys are.
Alright, and with that, everyone, say goodbye to YouTube. And,
Hi, YouTube.
May the force be with you.
yes, YouTube, may the force be with you, and see you next time on Syndicates in Secrets in the War.
And also with you.
Peace be with you, yes. Goodball,
With your
YouTube.
spirit.